At my sister's housewarming, my family ambushed me about giving her my vacation home. Mom shrieked, "You don't even have kids, just keep walking with your dog." Dad roared, "Your sister has kids, you're just a barren waste." Sister cackled, "About time the family disappointment paid up." When I refused, Dad backhanded me while everyone cheered. That night, I made a call that destroyed them all. I never thought my own family would orchestrate my public humiliation, but here I am, 6 months later, watching their world crumble piece by piece. My name is Holly, I'm 34, and I learned the hard way that blood doesn't always mean loyalty. But sometimes, the best revenge is simply letting people face the consequences of their own actions. It all started with what should have been a celebration. My younger sister Tessa had just bought her first house with her husband Grant, and they were throwing a housewarming party. Tessa, 29, had always been the golden child, married young, popped out 2 kids by 25, and somehow convinced our parents that she could do no wrong despite her string of poor financial decisions. I, on the other hand, was the family disappointment. Never mind that I had a successful career as a financial advisor, owned my own home, and had worked my ass off to buy a beautiful vacation cabin in the mountains. According to my parents, Robert and Marcia, my life was meaningless because I didn't have children. The fact that I was perfectly happy with my dog Rudy and my independence meant nothing to them. The party was in full swing when I arrived with a nice bottle of wine and a gift card for Tessa's new place. About 30 people were there, family, friends, neighbors. Tessa seemed genuinely happy to see me, giving me a big hug and thanking me for coming. For a moment, I thought maybe things were looking up between us. I should have known better. About an hour into the party, Tessa tapped her wine glass to get everyone's attention. "I want to thank everyone for coming tonight," she began, her voice carrying that fake sweetness I'd learned to recognize over the years. "Grant and I are so grateful for all the support as we start this new chapter." Then her tone shifted. "Actually, there's something else I wanted to discuss while we're all here together." She looked directly at me, and I felt my stomach drop. "Holly, could you come over here for a minute?" The crowd parted as I reluctantly made my way to where Tessa stood. My parents flanked her on either side, and the look on their faces told me this wasn't going to be good. The conversations around us died down as more people turned to watch. "Holly," Tessa continued, her voice now loud enough for everyone to hear, "you know how tight money has been for Grant and me, especially with the kids and the new mortgage." I nodded cautiously, not sure where this was heading but getting a sinking feeling. "Well, we've been talking as a family," she glanced at our parents, "and we think it would be really generous of you to let us use your vacation cabin. You know, since you barely use it and we could really make some memories there with the kids." The way she said it made it sound like a done deal, like I'd already agreed. But I hadn't. In fact, this was the first I was hearing about it. "Tessa, actually," Mama interrupted, stepping forward with that smile that never reached her eyes, "we think you should just give it to Tessa and Grant. It would be the family thing to do."